The hay is all tedded. Might have to go over it a second time. We're back to the sweatshirt weather. It looks like today might, or last night might be the last night for 40 degrees, and early this morning. So tonight, Monday, is going to be a low of 53 hopefully. And then we're gradually going to start getting warmer for our low temperature at night, which I can deal with that. But one thing we need to do right quick is we need to feed the cows. We used to feed them in the evenings, but I just got tired of getting bombarded with dust from the feed. Feed them in the mornings, there's no wind, so that dust will just go instead of going all over me. Feed dust is kind of just hanging out, doing its own thing. So the cats, oh dear. I don't think the cats could have made that much of a mess. Maybe a groundhog wouldn't jump up there. Would do that, or a raccoon. But I highly doubt a cat would make that much of a mess. I mean, surely you'd think the cats would know better than to waste that much feed. I can already hear him now. Go hook the 4020 up to the grinder. That's the sound of an empty feed tank. So, rather than having him say, go hook the 4020 up to the grinder, might as well do it now. Just get it done and over with. This is one of the better starting tractors for cold weather. Not saying that them two aren't. This one's just a better 20 series or a 40 series. I really don't know. All I know is it's an easy starting tractor. Got a little bit of mowing to do. I think I should be able to get out. Yeah, I think I should. Those got to go upstairs eventually, but we got too much to do. Save that for a rainy day and keep moving. I get a feeling it'll fit. Oh yeah, we're good. Just barely. So I want to kind of explain what I was talking about when I was talking about a universal joint. Is this guy here, and there's grease fittings. One right there you can see. It's really important to grease these, because if you don't, these, well, they can fall apart and just ruin your whole day. That's why I said in the video, Ted and Hay, that you don't want to turn real short. You always want to make a long gradual loop. You don't want to turn and then come right back down what you've already tedded, because it's hard on universal driveline components. So we're at the field again. I'm just getting ready to ted the hay a second time. Now I would just be able to put the thing in, or leave the thing in neutral, run my hydraulic, and pull my rope just like that, reach my lever, and down goes the wings, just like that. Now on this one, it keeps it in float. Now I don't know why the 6120 it keeps wanting to drift back if you do not shut the valve off on the hydraulic hose. But on this one, it tips it in float on its own, and it holds it in place. So one thing I like about these tractors, you just push the PTO button, you run it up to 540 RPM, and there it be. So that puts us right at about 2060 RPM. We will be going at an angle so that way I can see right where I have tethered here. Takes the hay on the top, flips it end for end. Now here's what I was talking about, that you want to go make nice and easy turns with a PTO driven piece of equipment, is you kind of want to just go out here like this. Like a gradual turn, so that way you don't end up breaking anything, and then that way you can just come right back down right beside the untethered hay. You can see the difference in the color. That is what was on the bottom. The tether took and flipped it, or it took and flipped it over to expose the wet side to the sun so it can dry. And it helps too going at an angle like this. I actually could have went a little bit sharper of an angle, but it's okay. But like I said, the reason for going at an angle is so that way I can see where I've been as well. Is it hard to see where you've been? Yes. Is it a job for anybody? No. So this field's done. Work the ends off. 2, maybe 3 passes, I have no idea. Corn is, I think I might be able to see rows out there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, I'm just in the habit of cleaning the tether off. I kind of am going down a road, and I'm kind of not. Here's how I look at it. Why drag the hay down the road with you? That could be left in the field, raked up by the hay rakes, and baled into hay bales. But no two people think exactly alike, and I know that for a fact. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can. What in the world is that big bird there? Is that one of them buzzard things that I keep hearing my dad and grandpa talk? Look at that thing. Holy crud. That thing is huge. Gotta follow where the hay is. We'll get that fixed someday. So I was asked to put government juice in this tractor, and there's no way to vent the darn thing to get it to yeah, so air can get in it, and it's collapsing the jug. Even with two hands, it's hard to hold this darn thing. Oops, I think that might be full. But they're a horrible design. They really are, and they don't even take a full jug. So you're just screwing around with that stuff, more or less, and thing's almost full, but it won't even take the whole jug, which is the most dumbest thing. There's no way to vent the things unless you are supposed to take this guy here out, this little black thing, but that's a plug. You can't take that out. Or can you? Experiment here. It's not like we don't, this is the only jug we have around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy out, because that's probably what you're supposed to do, is to take them out when you put the jug in. Oh, nope. Nope. Well, then why even have this little stupid thing? I have no idea what these stupid frickin' manufacturers try to come up with. So I got a good one for you. There, somebody told me that yeah, you guys can watch me pour this nonsensical stuff in this. Somebody told me that John Deere, that thing's got to be full. God, these things make such a mess. They really do. Somebody told me at the parade that John Deere came out with, they're all electric. Oh, would you come on here? Came out with their all electric combine. I just had to laugh, okay? Because we all know, I mean, look at that. What do you do with a little bit of stuff like that? Because we all know that you have that in order to charge electric combines or electric anything, whether it be a drill, a battery operated drill, battery operated chainsaw, or anything like that, you need a means to charge it, okay? Put the rag back over it like it was. So you need a means to charge it, okay? Their idea, put solar panels up on top of the I believe it was the cab and the engine compartment or something weird like that, or where the engine would be. I'm looking at this individual going, you're kidding me, right? He's like, no, look it up. I'm like, I never did look it up because I don't get into nonsensical stuff like that. But I just thought it was funny, and I just had to share it with you guys, how John Deere thinks that, you know, because what's the first thing to get dirty and dusty on combine or a farm tractor is around the engine compartment and the roof and all that, okay? How are you going to keep that clean? Well, my thought was little air compressor going off every 5 seconds or so. Just enough to keep that clean, but then you need an air tank. You would need a way to run the air tank, which you mean use battery. Maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. I don't know, but it's just, what are these manufacturers coming up with? It's just a bunch of garbage. It is. Just like, oh, you know, I got that garment crap on my hand. Itching, burning sensation? No. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. It's just a bunch of gobbledygook. Need 500 pounds of soybean meal. The way I achieve that is by looking through my phone. $142. 158, 162. You guys get the idea. Can't really see the screen the greatest. That 3 up there I thought looked like a 6. Or I mean a 7, excuse me, and I was getting kinda nervous. Like, oh my gosh, am I overfilling it? 480, 490. Comes the real interesting part is trying to figure out how to get that underneath that and get it backed up to where that is underneath that more yet. Not nearly as full, but it's full enough. And I forgot to put pig feed screen in. Crap. Just need to pull ahead a little bit. I think we'll call it good there. Let the thing down and then we'll start offloading. Get the square baler going. Oh crud, I need to pull that thing this way just a skosh. That black bag drops in just like a such. We'll relock it just a little bit more. Go over here and check. Oh yeah, we're good. It helps if you turn the PTO on. see. Shut this off. Start this. There goes the feed in there. Go inside the building. Start the auger. Oh. I always forget the most important things whenever it's too late. Let that do its thing. It'll take care of itself. Auger will turn on momentarily, just like as such. And we're golden. Grinder doing its thing, unloading the feed. Feed's going in from the tank, that goes in from the grinder, goes in the building just like I showed. There's a tube in there with a sensor. It got done filling this tube here. So what it does then is it pushes a feed down to this tube. Then it'll fill this one, and then it'll just keep on going down to the end. Then when it gets down to the end here, this little sensor right here, it will shut the feed off. It's not as coarse with the beef screen, but I messed up at the last minute. They'll still be able to digest it, I would think. We'll just have to remember for next time. That black bag that I was talking about acts as a deflector. I don't know how this slipped my mind, but it did. So since we're gonna need screen first, you just take that. Like I said, I don't know how. But nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Because I know we'll have to grind pig feed again. So we might as well just make things right now. And so that way we don't have to go through this nonsense again. Had this thing come unhooked for me the other day in the field. I was going across a driveway to make time going this way, and the driveway went this way. Thing come unhooked. We didn't put a cotter pin in the bottom of this, or a hitch or a clip, because there was just this here to, it's supposed to go back here, and then I think the nut is supposed to help sandwich it together. Well, the thing jumped up, and when I went to go pick the tool up at the end, pin jumps out, this thing slides out. Thank God I had the safety chain hooked up, or else I would have ripped them hydraulic hoses out, and it wouldn't have been a good day. But That's why you hook safety chains up. That's why it's been beating my head for, we'll just say 25 years. You always hook safety chains up regardless of what you're doing.